Hello everyone, Corn Kid back. I'm at the same spot that I quit the last video. Um, and so here we go. I'm going to get to the tutorial area in just a moment here. So if you've already been through this area, great. If you haven't been through this area, well, you're going to see the thing that I was hoping that you would not see, because it's a possible spoiler. So it's your first enemy that you encounter in the game. It is a fucking boss fight. So see, I blocked that attack. See, my stamina bar went down, but I didn't take any damage on my red bar. The enemy's blocking too. See, taking damage. My stamina bar went down. And now I'm broken. Now he's able to slap me. So now I'm able to fight back. I've never actually beat this boss at this point in the game, because you can come back here and fight him later. But oh, goofing off and put the old shield down. It's great. But anyway, okay. So yeah, so I got smacked around. Not a shock, actually. Okay, so that actually advances the quest line. Surprise, surprise. That's the spoiler. You're supposed to die. And so if you're speedrunning, you won't even fight him. You just run off the side once he spawns in. Save time. Alright, so then you spawn in here. Now, the tutorial area is optional. And so when you skip this, or go past this again, it's giving you your flasks now. So Crimson Tears are your HP heals, and your Cerulean Tears are your magic heals. And it auto-equips them for you. So now using items, so in the lower left, again, there's a HUD. So if you're using a controller against directional pad, it lets you change your item in your whatever sort of direction you go is where you're going to change. So I don't have anything equipped in my left or right hand right now besides the weapon and the shield. So if I hit right on my D-pad, I just unequip my sword. So you can do that if you want to punch things. And then unequip my shield right now. And again, if you had more things equipped, I would just be selecting a different thing. Pushing down lets me swap between my flasks. And then on the controller I'm using, which is Xbox controller, it's going to be the X, which is, I believe that's square on the PlayStation controller. It's the one that's on the left of the, diamond shape. Okay, now the tutorial area. You could advance up those stairs. That skips the tutorial. If you want to do the tutorial area, which I do suggest for people who are new, you can sort of talk to this guy. He's saying basically take the plunge of learning and remembrance. And it's basically saying, okay, so you gotta just find where you drop off, because you can fall to your death if you drop off in the wrong spot. Okay, now in this game there are things called sites of grace. They're basically kind of like checkpoints. And if you rest at the site of grace, it allows you to fast travel to it. So touching it is activating it. And then you can rest at it. When you rest at it, it'll replenish your HP, MP, and any flasks that you've used will be replenished in terms of the Cerulean and the Crimson flasks. Then it's got the Cave of Knowledge is the name of it. So when you want to fast travel to it, you can fast travel by name. Flasks, it allows you to, again, since I have the golden seed for my item, I can actually add a charge. Ask, do you want to increase your flask use? Yes. So now, and it'll add a Crimson Tier flask. So if you want to allocate your flask differently, again, you go to the allocate flask. And because right now I don't have any magic spells, I'm not going to be using the skill. I'm going to have all Crimson flasks. Then there's a different item to increase how much your flasks heal you. Okay, and sort chest you actually have, it's like an item box, so you don't have to carry everything on you if you don't want to. So you just scroll through your stuff, and anything you don't want to carry on you put it into the chest. And then past time, certain things will happen at different times of the day, so it allows you to manipulate the time of day at the resting spots. Okay, so now we're going to go through the tutorial real quick. So right now I'm just walking, and here's an enemy. Oh, I might have the tutorial stuff turned off. But anyway, so practice attacking. Again, Vagabond. Oh, when you kill enemies, so that little golden thing that came off, they're called the runes. Lower right corner, you see I've got 11 now. Okay, now I'm going to block with the shield. I think I actually turned off the messages. So like, there's usually messages on the ground, and you can look at them and it'll tell you the tutorial stuff. So I kind of goofed up on that. So I'm blocking with the shield again, and so I could try to parry him. I think one of these is meant to like try to parry, and there's a timing aspect to it. I'm not very good at parrying, so see, I was slow. But the enemies, there we go. That's the parry, and then once they're weakened, you can hit the R1 and riposte them, which does extra damage to them. Then there's a thing where if you block an attack and hit the trigger on the right real quick, you do kind of a counter attack that does a lot of damage too. That's part of the tutorial. Alright, so we're just going to run through here. And then there's so you got to watch out, there's a dude above there. So you can pick up stuff, because there's item crafting in here, in this game. I always think of this game as like basically Breath of the Wild meets Dark Souls. Okay, this is a little different enemy, a little stronger. This is the one I think that's meant for you to learn to counterattack. So you could try to kick this dude with a shield. If you just try to attack him, he's basically able to shield tank you because he's got a great shield. And see, he's taking some damage. Let's see, he becomes vulnerable, and then I broke him with the that sort of attack that I did. The counterattack broke him, and so then I was able to riposte him when he was broken. Alright, so we'll finish these guys. That's another reason why I think having the shield to start is nice. 100% physical block shield is nice. Small shield's good if you want to practice parrying, but now here's the dude who's above. Yoink. Just not gonna wait for you, you die. Now there's one other thing. So in this game you can crouch, and there is hiding behind people. So if you crouch, you can sneak up on people for backstabs, which does bonus damage. And then again, you can also like hide in deeper grass. I don't think many people use this mechanic a lot, but it's there if you really want. It's not as good as like in Sekiro, for example. Alright, and then we're going to go do our first boss fight of the game. Or, sorry, our first boss fight's the boss you're supposed to die to. This is the first boss fight that you're actually able to win coming up. Now, this little statue here is called, I believe, a Stake of America. So, when you die in this game, you'll go back to the last side of grace that you were at. But in front of boss fights or other areas that can be challenging, they have these Stake of Americas. And so, if you die, it'll ask you, do you want to go back to the last side of grace, which I keep calling bonfires because that's what they were in the other Souls games. But it'll give you a question of, do you want to go back to the last side of grace or to the Stake of America that you passed? And if you want to see like your whole status bar, again, like when you hit Y, it brings up your HUD with everything on it, or whatever the top button is on your D-pad. I can't remember on the keyboard what it is, but see how like that little icon under the green bar is showing up? That tells you that you got a Stake America active, so you could go back to that. Alright, boss fight time. Soldier of Godric. Yeah, he's not meant to be hard, he's just basically a regular enemy, but because it's the tutorial level, they give him a boss bar. And like the one thing is, coming through here does allow you to get enough runes to buy stuff, and then before you jump down, grab the item. I see items on bodies like this, and you just grab it and then pillage the remains. It's a gesture. So there's also kind of a quick menu in this game. So actually, if you hit the so like there's a start menu that brings up this stuff, and when you do this, so the pouch, this is something where you could use like Y and the D-pad at the same time to do these things. And so right now, just as memory grace, I will equip, I think of these like sort of the quick use slots. And then gestures down here. Gesturing in this game is a thing. Like I should be ending the videos like this. You see a lot of people do that stuff, but I'm kind of slow with that. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the majority of the tutorial. So, because see, that's the guy where we jump down. And then I'm going to just go to the next area. And then we're going to end this video. 30 minutes of tutorial. I'll put in the description again. Oh, another side of grace. This door here is something where you could use a stone sword key to open. This is the sort of area where you unlock things with stone sword keys. It'll say, do you want to use one? So, oh, I don't have one. So it's like, oh, snap, I don't have one. And that's why I got to end this video, because I got to go to work. And it tells you don't have a stone sword key. So again, oh, when you get a message like that, you need to hit Y to get rid of the message, because you won't be able to attack. And so if you get an item and you're under attack, you won't be able to attack. You're not able to block right now, so you need to get rid of the message. Then it's back to normal. And for those that are adventurous, trying this area, so if you get a stone sword key for your initial item, then you just have to go down there. Good luck. Okay, and then purple items are supposed to be like sort of more like either rare items or like special items in a way. And so these are multiplayer items. The finger sever, which lets you kick people out of your world that you've summoned in. Tarnished furrowed finger lets you lay down a sign so you can go help people. We're gonna ride this elevator, and then I'm gonna go to the side of grace that's right at the top of this elevator. Then I'm gonna end this video. And that's the tutorial level. So it's a good place to go for new players to just practice things. Again, your game mechanics, there will be messages on the ground, if I recall, that tell you how to do some of the stuff I was doing. But anyway, you come out here, shade ahead, side of grace. There's an NPC right there you can talk to, and that's pretty much it. Alright, we're gonna, oh shit. Oh yeah, and if you're hitting like the, not the start button, but the other one, that's what brings up your map. And we'll talk about the map in the next video. Alright, I gotta bring up the damn game bar. Alright, well, like the video, subscribe, and naturally, Corn Kid out.